Welcome back, everybody, to episode 6 of the You Gotta Get Up podcast. It's your boy making noise. I have no idea.
It was good last time.
I know. So I said something. That was boys noise. I don't know what it is. Whatever it was. But this is like our 4th time recording this stupid episode because of technical difficulties. And I have no idea what's going on. But luckily, we have to go back to my old recording setup to talk about this episode. So hopefully this episode has no problems. Everything runs smoothly. And so far it is. So welcome back, everybody. It is your boy, Drake Plants, along with
Elliot Jennings.
That's right. So we're going to talk about absolute freaking bangers today.
Yes, sir.
And what I mean by that is that we're going to be talking about a few songs that we feel are huge influences in the world of music that really helped spark a whole new revolution of music, or it was really big influence for a lot of people. And so that way we can, see exactly what those songs, basically gave birth to for future programs or basic, fundamentals down the road. So I think this could be a fun episode. Excuse me. Me and Elliot both have about 3 songs. We also have honorable mentions for songs we think could have made the list, but necessarily didn't. But again, also I want to clarify that this is not about what we think is best.
Yeah.
We are not setting our opinions in stone. Because I absolutely got cooked on episode 4.
Yeah.
So that was not a pretty thing. I was getting death threats on TikTok, and it was kind of cool at first, and then until TikTok starts having to take down comments, and I'm like, oh, it's that serious.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, just our opinions, and also some of these are just like songs that were like smacker roots when they drop. You know what I mean? Like there were some songs that were just kind of undeniable, and like they were everywhere. You couldn't escape them. There was no way around it. Wherever you went, you were gonna hear it.
But also I want to preface that on episode 4. First of all, rest in peace, Quincy Jones.
Oh.
That was a really sour subject. We actually recorded that episode a week prior before finding out that he died. And actually, I found out he died on my birthday. It was November 4th, but he passed away on November 3rd. So again, getting all those negative comments on my 27th birthday was a fantastic way to start off my year. But nothing but love for Quincy Jones.
Really bad timing.
Just really bad timing. It looked wrong, but and our attentions it was not. But I just want to preface that. But again, whatever you say in this episode, do not take that we think these are the best songs of all time. These are just songs that made way and made movements for future artists and future songs going down the road.
Yeah.
So, but since we actually had this episode recorded like 3 times previously, how about I start it off and then we'll go to our songs we talked about previously at the end.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the first song I want to talk about is actually the song In the Club by 50 Cent.
You know what? Let's go. Yeah, I like that.
50 Cent, In the Club. Everybody knows as soon as you hear that bump, 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 bump. And so, like, everybody also knows, like, go shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday, right? And that's just, like, everybody's birthday song. Whether you see somebody and they're, like, 15 or whether they're, like, 50, everybody sits there and knows that freaking song from 50 Cent, right? And just, like, Dr. Dre just absolutely made an absolute freaking banger.
Yeah.
And also that song's called In the Club, right?
Yeah.
And that song was bumping in the club.
It's the biggest club banger. It's crazy.
Go, 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 shawty. It's your birthday, right? And everybody knows what that line is. You don't even have to even think. It's like the same thing as knowing 2 + 2 is 4. It's just engraved in our brains. So.
Yeah. 50 Cent is very underrated as a songwriter, and I think a lot of rappers, there's a stigma and they don't really get the credit for songwriting. And 50 Cent is one of the best songwriting rappers that there's ever been.
I agree.
mean, he was a pioneer when it came to chorus writing specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who he said taught him how to write choruses, but when he came into the game, it was like a storm because it gave it immediate radio play of it ability. Like when you have good choruses and things for people to remember and to hold on to, that it gives you lasting power. And that's why to this day his choruses will be played out loud wherever you go. Like they will play and they will set it off too. It's not just like, oh yeah, this was a cool song. Like you're turning the party up.
Dude,
if you're playing
I'm not
50
lying to
Cent.
you. When that song, I remember I remember I was living in Ohio at the time, but man, that song was always on the freaking radio. Like
Yeah.
it was in my school, it was
Dude.
it was at like family parties. And
Yeah.
I'm like, again, like we're sitting there and we're just like listening to the song, and it was the first time I ever had like, it was the first time I ever heard like the word sex in a song. Right? And I was like,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, what is this? This is crazy. Sex.
Yeah. They can say that?
They can say
They can
sex
say that on
the
a song?
radio.
What?
Like I grew
Yeah.
up thinking that sex was a bad word, right? So like I'm hearing like them talking about, I'm like, they say this on the radio.
Yeah, you're
Like that's crazy.
like, are we allowed to listen to this actually?
Mom, why
Yeah.
are you bumping this in your Chevy Malibu?
Right.
What are we doing? But yeah, I would say In the Club
Okay.
is a huge staple point for rap and also
Yeah.
just for like popular music as well.
Oh, definitely. I would 100% agree with that.
In the Club.
Yeah, in the club. 50 Cent. Shout out 50.
Shout out 50.
And he's doing it big right now with the movies. I love seeing his growth and seeing where he's gone with his career.
Did you see that episode of him like on? I think he was on a talk show, and he sat there and said like, "How do you say your name? Is it 50 or 50?" He sat there and said something about like, if you're under the age of like 50, it's 50. If you're over the age of 50, 50's fine.
50's fine, yeah.
50's fine. So, 50 Cent.
50 Cent is crazy.
But that music video was also hard too, with him upside down in like the lab, whatever.
Dude, did you
Like,
see the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre? The last time,
And he
he
reenacted
did.
it?
I was like,
That was
oh,
gnarly.
this is crazy.
Yeah, they actually cooked in that freaking Super
They did,
Bowl.
and we got Kendrick this year.
They do get, but he's been on the Super Bowl twice.
And Dre's
and
gonna be back. You know he's gonna be showing up for that.
I think he's gonna. That'd be when it was at Super Bowl. It was last year was Usher, but then the year before.
Yeah, it was the year before.
So he'll be in the Super Bowl twice in a matter of 3 years.
Yeah,
Dang, just like
going crazy.
the freaking Chiefs.
Yeah, Dre is the original Pat Mahomes of the hip hop world.
He's not losing his title. All right, what's your first song?
My first song. Oh, Let's Get It Started.
Let's
Black
get it
Eyed
started
Peas.
and let's
Okay.
get it started.
You
in
already
here.
know. You already know. The dynamics in that song are incredible. Are we in North Philly right now? What's going on? We got dirt bikes outside going crazy. Okay, sorry.
But
It's
I agree. That song was crazy.
Let's Get It Started. The blend of rock, pop, funk, and rap was incredible. I mean,
I don't think people give will.i.am enough credit for what he does.
that's what I was just about to say. will.i.am is one of the, I'm not gonna say like, we're not gonna get into like greatest producers of all time, but like he's up there.
He's very
as far
underrated.
he's extremely underrated, and it's been like that since the Fugees, like when he
Mhm.
was him and Lauryn Hill, and then they broke off, did their own thing. And when you think about the fact that he just started with like pretty much boom bap and like hip hop, and then you see what his mind was capable of when you get to producing stuff like, I mean, not only Let's Get It Started, but like think about stuff like I Got a Feeling.
Oh yeah.
What? I mean, he was all over the place in the mid
What's your favorite
2000s.
song? What's your favorite part of the song of like Let's Get It Started? What's your favorite part of the song?
I'm a drummer, so like I like the part where with like the breakdown. While I get woohoo and yeah, I get woohoo.
My favorite part of the song is like and running and running running and running and running.
That is, first of all, that. So what I was gonna say about that is like, the song isn't a traditional like. You can't just think I'm gonna go into the studio and write this song.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like pure energy. It's dynamic. It's explosive. It's electric.
Yeah.
You know, like the way that the pocket rocks in the in the main part. It's like that part you can kind of be like, all right, like I kind of want to go for this vibe. but the 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 in I can't ever say this word,
Intricately?
the intricacies
Intricacy.
the intricacies of
You're
of
looking at me for
that
like support. You're like, I need help.
I'm like, please, yeah, I need help,
I
please.
need help with this word.
Or else I'm gonna butcher it. But the intricacies of that production, I mean, those, first of all, the drums are smacking on
Yeah.
that song, you know, and then you can tell that they added in like more live sounds. Like, the reason why, when you asked me that question, I like that part, the fills that they use on there, and then they bring it's almost like a drumline esque timbre that they use for like for percussive addition there, and that's a huge part for me. I'm like, as a kid, I was like, I'm like air drumming, you know what I mean? I'm like, they're going crazy in here, and you just didn't hear that with rap.
I was not air drumming as a kid. I was sitting there and be like, I was like, this music is lame because I play guitar and these guys are all just pushing buttons, and now that's exactly what I do.
He's
So,
like, yeah,
now
and look
my
at
job.
me now.
Now that's my job.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's my take. Let's get it started. I think it was
that's a good one.
Great fusion there.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
My second one is Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You know what? That song's a sample.
Yeah.
And these dudes are French. The robots from Daft Punk, they're French.
Yeah.
Right? Don't even know how to pronounce their last names. Or even their real names or whatever. But like,
don't even try.
But that song, because of what they did, because one, they're absolute masterminds and geniuses at sampling.
Yeah.
They can literally find anything and make it an absolute smash. But then, also they use the work of a vocoder.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They used the work of a vocoder of a song and became a top-selling song with a vocoder with like no legit vocals on it, but they're all just sampling with synths, whatever.
Yeah.
They're sampling. They're also using vocoding, not even regular voice, but they're also adding other samples. For the drums in there as well. But they're also programming their own drums in there as well.
Yeah.
But that song then helped Kanye West.
Obviously, yeah.
Right? I Need You Right Now, right? It's just, but again, that song sparked Kanye West's influence to make his own song.
Sure.
That's How Long I've Been On You, Won't Get Harder, Make It Better. But again, that song is just, it's stupid. But again, there's a meme from Family Guy that sat there and said like, something about like, this was easy as Daft Punk winning a Grammy.
Yeah.
Right? And so it was like, so then it's like, hey, I just got this brand new Casio vintage keyboard. And look, it has a preset. It's like playing a little drum sample. It's like, and it's like, Daft Punk, here's a Grammy. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I didn't know we were French until we started talking. It's just like, it's just so funny, but a lot of people don't know about that. But these dudes have Grammy galore.
Yeah.
And also the dudes do their own side projects with other producers and like other DJs, and their stuff's absolutely remarkable. So I would say Daft Punk.
Sure.
You know, and again, just like also like a bunch of their early stuff. Like, but again, they worked with Pharrell. Yeah. You know, they worked with, you know, obviously, like Lucky. You know what I'm saying?
That song, Heater. Listen, can we talk about Around the World for a second?
Around the world, around.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, the boop 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 boop. Like, it. I don't know what about that melody, like on that lead, is like, it just sounds familiar. It's like, I don't know if it just feels like it's from a past life, or if it just feels like it's just something that's supposed to be there. You're like, I know this. Like, this just feels right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that, it's simplistic in that way, but it's so effective because it's like, yeah, it's pleasant, like, and it's mass conscious. You know, we can agree that like hit songs come from a lot of people liking what they're listening to, right? So it's like to be able to get in the studio and be like, this thing, this sound or this feeling that I'm putting into this, like, you know, encapsulated, you know, package is something that's going to be relatable to the most people as possible.
I'd also say, again, they're even just pioneers, because back in the day, like when you're like, you know, thinking about sampling, it usually came from rap music.
Sure.
Right, for like trying to find like like find like back beats or whatever for like sampling for drum beats.
Literally.
But these dudes are going out here and they're taking the same idea of sampling songs and they're making it into dance music, which is very interesting because like I mean, which is not necessarily the craziest thing to think of all time, but these dudes were pioneers for that kind of movement to help sample. But like again, I don't think anybody can really sample like Daft Punk. Again, they're just geniuses in the sense that they do. But again,
they work really well together.
They do, and I don't necessarily know which one does which. I don't necessarily know if one does the sampling and one does like the actual like instrumentation or what.
Yeah.
But I think that just the formula that they had, but also fun fact, I won't say like we're the best of friends, but I'm friends with this guy named Misa, and little backstory, I used to be obsessed with Casey Musgraves when I was younger, and I used to listen to her albums, Pageant Material and Same Trailer Different Park, and I was obsessed with her music. And Misa was actually her guitar player, and you can actually hear him singing harmonies on the song. So I actually learned how to harmonize singing off listening to him.
Yeah.
And his music, and then her music, and I actually down the road eventually ended up meeting Misa.
Yeah.
And he sat there, and we kind of just like talked a little bit, whatever. He kind of opened up a little bit about his like situation, about like their relationship, whatever, blah 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 blah. One of the nicest dudes of all time. But Misa sat there and said his favorite band or artist of all time is Daft Punk. Sure. And it's so interesting because he sat there and said that he showed her Daft Punk.
Yeah.
And then so she had the idea for like making intricate outfits because he had like outfits made by a certain person.
Yeah.
She got in contact with the person. They made outfits for like the Grammys that year, and they actually won Grammys at the same time. And so then Daft Punk invited them to like after party.
What?
And so he's like hanging out, like drinking with his idols and stuff like that. Man. It's so cool. But he sat there and said like, yeah, he just, like the way they just create music is just like on a whole nother level. So it's pretty cool that like I'm like only I'm only one person away from meeting or knowing Daft Punk. So it's pretty cool.
It's crazy when you think about that. Like you're usually only 2 or 3 people away from knowing the people who you are really familiar with and might really look up to. And it's crazy when that number starts to go down because you're like, okay, well, like this person knows this person. Well, now I know this person, and you're like, okay, so like, just I'm one away, you're closer than you think.
Yeah,
and all it takes is like one more step. So,
but that's my number 2 is Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk.
Okay, my next one. Back to the simple, like, what I was talking about simplicity and reaching masses. My next song is Yeah by Usher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
What?
Boop, 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 boop.
That production is so simple and so effective.
The Lil Jon?
That's a Lil Jon beat.
Oh, man.
Lil Jon is underrated.
Yeah, Lil Jon's underrated.
Are you kidding me? Like, he was going crazy. Like, he's not stopped. He's low-key been on a lot of, like...
Take that. Rewind it back. Usher got the voice to make the booty go. Right?
Come on. Like, that was... I remember when I was a kid, like, that one, I mean, when we say things... It's never gonna not. It's gonna play at every party, every wedding, it's gonna DJ before most every show. Like someone's gonna play that, put that in their rotation. I mean, it's again, and the funny thing is
families, like you said the other day, families ate off that.
Oh, families, yeah, it fed families for sure.
Yeah, that fed families
for sure. And the funny thing is that isn't the original production of that song. It's not.
I didn't know that.
There was another song that I should remember this. It's another popular song that somebody has in kind of like that 2000s like pop rap R&B type deal that Lil Jon produced, and Usher recorded that song over a different beat. But but Lil Jon had given the beat out already.
Oh, wow.
And that person wasn't trying to give that beat up. So Lil Jon's like, hey, don't even worry about it. We'll just make you a new one. We'll just make you a new one to go for it, like to go under it. Wow. And he's like, okay, but like it's who knows if it's gonna smack as hard.
Also, very iconic moment when he said, "Peace up, A-Town."
Oh my!
That was iconic.
That was iconic for sure.
Peace up, A-Town. Oh,
A-Town down. Oh my goodness! Like that was like people were saying that for years.
Peace up, A-Town.
Like what is it? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But yeah, he recorded it on another song, and he was like, don't worry about it, and he just took like a couple minutes and was like,
Also having Ludacris on it too.
Well, and again, like the crossovers were so like people doing these things, working with other artists and other genres, and Ludacris is obviously a huge Atlanta rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since I think since Outkast, Atlanta had a chokehold on the rap game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had a chokehold on the rap game. It was the place where you went to go do popular rap. Like, I mean, you could call it pop rap, but that's when rap was really hitting the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Because like before, it was only like rap was recognized, but it was in its own lane. It wasn't getting played on the pop stations.
Well, you had people like Ludacris, you had people like Nelly.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, crossovers and yeah, Nelly obviously with the melodic, right? He was the first one to do like the melodic stuff on the main stage.
Going down, baby. Oh, straight in the rain. Baby.
Oh, he was going crazy too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
St. Louis got a good one.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, yeah, because who else, you know what I mean, was really stepping for them?
I think he should be like the mayor of St. Louis.
They give him the key to the city.
Whatever you want, Nelly.
Whatever you want. He left a whole mansion out there. It's crazy. Like,
where's he live now?
I don't know. He could still have a house, but I just know he abandoned one that's there, and it was in a music video, and it's for sale right now. It's just out there.
Imagine buying Nelly's mansion.
I would do it. I looked at it. Well, it's like I think it's only a few million because it's just sitting.
Only a few million.
Yeah. Well, compared to what rappers be spending on houses these days. You know what I mean? They're like, cool, 42 million. I opted for the marble on the walls. You know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, super effective. I think it made a lot of people open to the idea of just not overthinking their production styles. And then when you ushered in the new age of people doing home studios, it's like you can make a hit song and it doesn't have to be this grandiose production. You can have simple melodies and then some good drums and then a catchy song. And then you look at all these producers that are producing, these beat makers out of their bedrooms. They're producing these smacks. I mean, Metro Boomin, you got Southside, all these folks. So yeah, that was yeah, will live on forever. That one will be played for
that's
I'm saying 100 years. Like
that's a good one.
100 years, easy.
That's a good one. I'm not surprised by that one. All right, these two are actually I want to get into some few honorable mentions first before I get to my last one because we've already talked about it when we tried to record this last time, but I want to get some few honorable mentions. I'm not going to talk a lot about them, but I just want to bring them up and acknowledge them for just a second.
Sure.
Honorable mentions. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. Right? Absolute iconic song. The 80s. That's literally the song of the 80s. Like, that song has been in so many movies, been in so many TV shows, and so many commercials. It's just...
I've probably heard that, but I don't know it by name.
You don't know Everybody Wants to Rule the World? Welcome to your life.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know by name. I know songs, like I know the melodies, I know the music, but I don't know them by name a lot of the time.
Well, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's an absolute wow. And also that song is not even in like original, like it's not in like it's not in 440 pitch either. It's actually down, like it's actually like it's like between a semitone. It's like a half semitone down.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a half semitone down.
Okay.
So it's pretty crazy. I think it was like actually like a post-production thing.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to like modulate it down a little bit, or like kind of like slow it down a little bit, which caused the pitch to go down.
Okay.
So it's like a weird in between semitone thing. But another song, 24 Karat Magic. That song went absolutely, dude. Every single store in the mall.
Yeah.
Bruh, that song was playing every freaking the whole entire album, by the way. 24 Karat Magic.
Smack, bro.
Bruh, 24 Karat Magic. Man, Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Oh,
I used to play in the bars.
Yeah.
I used to play in the bars, bruh. And if you want to get any white people dancing, you're gonna play Mr. Brightside, and that song went absolutely nuts. So,
right,
man,
yeah.
Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
No time to talk. Right.
That's a listen. 100 years. Play it 100 years. Their step. We will step to that. 100 years.
I'll be 80 years old still. Like.
How about the fact that it's the universal CPR tempo, and people that's how popular it is. When they teach you CPR, when you go to a CPR class, they tell you to do your compressions at the.
Wow, really?
That's yes.
That's awesome.
That's how they like. That's how many people know about that song.
Barry Gibbs was I think he's still around, but he's the GOAT. Next song, Hey Ya.
Sweet.
From Outkast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. Right. Right. Next one, Gold Digger by Kanye West and Jamie Foxx.
Shout out to Ray Charles too.
Well, yes, but shout out to Jamie Foxx for sounding exactly like Ray Charles. For some reason, growing up, I thought that it was actually Ray Charles singing that song.
You thought he was on the actual track?
Like Kanye just like paid him to like re-sing it. Yeah. It was Jamie Foxx, but then.
Well, yeah, because he goes, she's a trifling friend. I'm like, Ray Charles wasn't on there talking about trifling folks. That's crazy.
I don't know, but that song, but that kick was absolutely disgusting. So I was listening to it today.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
You know Kanye's drums are always going to slap.
I don't know. Not trying to veer off topic, but who do you think has better hitting drums, Kanye or Timbaland?
Ooh, hitting like sound wise or like the rhythms of them, because Timbaland's got better drums. Like if you were to be like who's a better drummer virtually, it would be Timbaland. But like Kanye has the mixing. He does the Timbaland doesn't do his own mixing, I don't think. So that would be Kanye, like hardest hitting, like the way that it's coming through. But if you're asking me who I would rather have making drums for me, it would be Timbaland, and I can get them mixed in post, so I can do it myself or send them off.
But man, that kick from Gold Digger was
crazy. Yeah, for sure, that was nuts.
Well, this one's like kind of like a 2-for-1 because I don't think this woman really had that big of a career afterwards. But it's Always a Good Time and Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. I mean, those songs are absolute bangers. Like again, like for the white folks out there, we all know exactly what those songs are. I don't have to talk a lot about them.
I know Call Me Maybe. I never listened. Like I've never decided, you know what, I'm gonna play this song on stream. Like I'm gonna
Always
listen
a Good Time. It has Owl City on it.
Really?
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head?
Is that Carly Rae Jepsen?
Yeah, it's like good morning and good night. I wake up in twilight.
Okay, yeah. I know that song.
We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
Well, that explains why it's that smackaroo.
Yeah, because Adam Young was on.
Adam is the. You're probably wondering why he's not on here, because Fireflies is that one, and it sparked the bedroom pop movement. But I mean, it's not fair. He's in another stratosphere when it comes to that. Like, I mean, but he definitely did spark a whole like movement of people recording in their bedroom. Like it sounds like bedroom pop, and it's amazing because he's killing everybody.
But my last honorable mention is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Okay, word.
I had to put that on there because my wife, she's like, you have to put Bohemian Rhapsody on
there. You have to put
I was like, I mean, I guess, but like,
okay, yeah, it's valid.
Bohemian Rhapsody, but again, it really, but that whole entire thing combined like opera and like classic rock and pop, or like, which was now the time classic rock, but rock and pop at the same time.
Yeah.
But it was just like, you know, like it was kind of like a 7-minute opera. Because, like, you know, like, the whole entire progression of the whole entire thing, and just, like the beginning, it's like, Mama, just killed a man, right? And then at the end, the song's like, nothing really matters, anyone can see, nothing really matters, nothing really matters to me. And everybody knows that song. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Look at my, you see him?
Calm down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you,
relax.
Like, he can verify I just got goosebumps thinking about it. But it's just one of those songs that's like, it's like a play. You can actually see, like
I know what you mean.
Like a whole entire orchestration and a whole entire
like
production,
the
laid
drama
out.
behind it. Like it's like the whole almost like you're
I might be
hearing
wrong,
a
but I
film.
think the album that came off is Night of the Opera.
Okay.
I think that's where it might came from, but the idea for them to execute it so well,
Yeah.
because anybody can name anything. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this album's called, like Night of the
No.
Opera, but it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with like
opera,
stuff
at all.
whatsoever.
I can't
But
say
like
that. 'Cause-
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go, let him go. And again, like there's a whole bunch of stuff happening, a bunch of modulations, a bunch of key changes, a bunch of time signature switches.
Yeah, I love that kind of because like I come from like a symphonic band background when I was like younger, so that's the kind of stuff that I really like when you're talking about actual progression of music and you're talking about like the theory of it. You know, you're talking about dynamic range, you're talking about the motion of the music and how and the emotion of the music. No, I love that.
But yeah,
classic.
That's my last honorable mention.
My honorable mentions, I would say, yeah, I love how you did 24 Karat Magic because my first one was Uptown Funk.
See, but I don't know. I put 24 Karat Magic because I think Uptown Funk had a lot of it, but again, it was also on the 24 Karat Magic album.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was almost going to just kind of include the entire 24 Karat because there's Versace on the floor.
Yeah.
But it's just
those two songs though. I think they kind of revamped a certain energy that was in the pop music realm.
But it brought back like funk music into
That's what I'm saying.
Mainstream media. Yeah.
Yeah, because like funk for I won't say for the longest, but when it was really popping, that was the thing. Like when you had like it was about banging musicians, like where you guys were hitting, which is a lot of the reason why Bruno Mars and Silk Sonic, right? Anderson .Paak as well, like when their album came out is like they didn't use any virtual instruments. Everything that they did was
What's
live.
the other song that he did? It's like I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. Say it's us.
Yeah.
Jump in the Cadillac.
Girl, let's put some miles on it. That's oh my gosh, it's another hit off of. That's what I like.
Yeah. Again, that one too is.
Yeah.
It's like the whole entire. It's like. The whole entire again. Just
you get the horns coming in, bro.
That 24 Karat Magic album, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if it won any awards, but if it didn't, they got robbed.
Yeah, robbed. No, it was crazy.
All the production, all the instrumentation, all the players, all that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars absolutely freaking nailed.
Yeah,
that's genre,
crazy.
and he like sang his absolute keister off on that album.
No, he's got some pipes on him for sure, and yeah, it's wild. Which I really love. I love his stuff. I've been a huge Bruno Mars fan since like high school.
Wow.
I remember being when I was in Korea. I was out. We went to this place called Noraebang. Shout out all my friends from Osan. That one's for you, Noraebang, the karaoke spot. It's a karaoke spot. This is my friend Drake.
They don't know who they don't care. It's like who's this?
Well, look. Yeah, but we'll clip this. This is gonna be your introduction to them. Wow. This is for my Osan friends. Going out into town, and we went to Noraebang, and I would sing Grenade.
Oh really?
Yeah, I would sing Grenade.
Sing Grenade at the karaoke bar?
Yeah, my friend Derek knows. We had a time with some friends at Noraebang, and Grenade was playing. That was a crazy one. Like I did Grenade briefly, and yeah, Lord. It was cool. That was a crazy day. We went to an amusement park and some other stuff. But anyway,
do you have amusement parks in Korea?
Yes, they have amusement parks.
I don't know. I just feel like
they have fun amusement parks, dude.
I don't know. I feel like since we kind of like have Disney World and Disneyland, we're kind of goated, and they're just like disappointing.
I mean, we have a lot of amusement parks in America, so like, yeah, we kind of are when it comes to amusement parks, but that doesn't mean like they don't have other good ones other places.
I don't know. I just feel like it's like do you know anybody from like Connecticut? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's like just nobody that just lives there. Because I don't know anybody from Connecticut. So it's like, I don't know anybody from Korea. So it's like,
I know plenty of people from Korea, though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm shouting them out on this. We'll get them. Hey, if you know me from South Korea, from Osan, or from Humphreys, please comment below. I need just give me a 2 hands. Give me what's up. Give me a yo, like, and prove to him that we are real and that I didn't.
I'm not saying you're not real. I just
no, I know,
I know. You're real because I don't know who you are. It's like I don't.
But
It's
prove
like,
to him that y'all are real, bro. Like, y'all remember what it was like.
It's
But
the
anyway,
same idea of like from somebody from Maine. Like I only think they're.
we
like
do
all,
know someone from Maine.
I just think they're like all lobsters. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
all okay, look. Do you want to go to Maine and eat lobsters sometime?
That's like honestly a dream. Like getting
Yeah,
one
we
of
should
those
do
actual
that.
like lobster rolls.
Yeah.
I heard people can eat them hot or cold.
Yeah.
I
Have you
don't
never
know.
had a lobster roll? Oh my, dude, there's a lobster roll place down at Assembly.
You think I got like $25 for lunch?
Yes, you're rich.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and they're more like 28 to 30. It's market price, but it's fine.
Market price.
It's market price. It fluctuates.
I can just go to a Red Lobster and get a large lobster for $14 and get my own bread and cut up the lobster myself.
That's valid as well. Red Lobster's done with endless shrimp, by the way.
Yeah,
because
LOL.
you folks
that
ruined
dude
it.
thought that was a good idea just to give away unlimited shrimp for
Their
whatever
new-
reason.
Their new CEO got on there and was like, he's like, yeah, it's never coming back. And they're like, why? He's like, because I can do math.
He's like 28, dude.
I know.
He's like 28 years old. He's the CEO of Red Lobster.
I know.
He used to be the CEO of PF Chang's.
Bro, he's stepping is what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. The dude's getting his money. I'm
He's
not
stepping.
mad at it.
But yeah, anyway, we will go either. Also in Connecticut, they make lobster rolls. The warm one is Connecticut style. The warm one is Connecticut style, and
You know
the
Dave
classic is-
Portnoy from Barstool?
he likes Connecticut pizza.
Yeah, and he said
I
it's the
know.
best kind of pizza in the world.
I don't agree, but that's but
Sorry, everybody in Connecticut.
But yeah. Anyway, gosh, where were we at?
We were talking about Uptown Funk.
Okay, yeah. Because like grenade.
Oh.
Valerie,
Boom,
Mark
boom.
Ronson.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a banger. I listen
What,
to
Amy
it
Winehouse?
often. R.I.P. Amy Winehouse. We were robbed. The world was robbed of your
All
light.
I'm saying
Okay,
is that drugs
Robbed.
do not
I love
discriminate
you.
against nobody.
they don't. I
Well, you
love
know-
you, Amy Winehouse. Okay, R.I.P. And thank you for everything that you left. Okay, because
She's part of the 27 Club.
okay.
Same with Jimi Hendrix and Van Morrison
know.
and Kurt Cobain and Jimi Hendrix. Did I say Jimi Hendrix?
You
Yeah.
did. I think
So-
was Mac Miller one too.
I think that- 27.
Well, thank goodness. Blessed to be here past 27. But yeah,
I am 27, so I'm a win-win situation. So if I die this year, I'm part of the club. If I don't die,
it's not a win-win. I don't think it's a good thing to be part of the club.
I'm just saying I'm along with greatness. But if I survive 27, then
Okay.
I'm better than them.
You're what?
I'm
Okay.
better.
All right. Listen. R.I.P. to everyone in the 27 Club. Especially Amy Winehouse. I love you. I love your music.
She can't hear you.
Yes, she can.
Okay.
And Back to Black was a smack too.
Back
Okay.
to black.
Yeah, by Amy Winehouse.
Back to black.
That was amazing.
Back in black.
Back
by
to
AC/DC.
Huh?
Back in black by ACDC.
Yeah, I'd rather. That's a fire song. I'm not gonna lie. That's a
Yeah.
hit. That's a
nasty.
hit.
That
That's a
riff is
hit.
disgusting. Anyways.
You might remember this. Cupid's Chokehold.
Oh my, Travis Barker or Gym Class Heroes?
Gym Class Heroes.
Well, just Travis Barker, but yeah,
Yeah.
Gym.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was in that song probably like a month ago, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that song was crazy.
Crazy.
He said, Shiva coochie pancakes, and I'll accept her when my tummy aches. If that
Yeah.
ain't love, then I don't know what love is.
Yeah. Hit.
Cupid's got me in a chokehold. Yeah, that's,
No. Yeah. Those melodies, like,
yeah.
what were you guys doing? What were
And
y'all
also
on?
he had the dude from Fall Out Boy. Take a look at my girlfriend. Yeah,
She's the only one.
That's
That was my
disgusting.
favorite. I was like, oh, you guys are out of here with this one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
disgusting.
excellent.
That sounds like almost kind of like a Pharrell kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. I remember that one. It had me in a chokehold.
Yeah.
It had me in a chokehold.
Word.
Let's go back a generation or a couple. Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Ooh, wow.
I know you want to leave me.
What? We made eye contact when he did that.
If
Don't-
I have to beg.
That's Sam
please.
Cooke.
No,
Oh, was it-
no. That's a Temptations.
Oh, I thought it was Sam. But did Sam Cooke do a cover of that song?
Possibly. A lot of people
I think
probably covered
if
it.
they did, I think I might know that version more than the Temptations version. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so.
That one was a smack. I mean, and multi-generational. Everyone still plays that song.
Yeah.
It's got hella streams. Motown was
Motown's
a force
crazy.
to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Marvin Gaye, they were going crazy.
Let's get it on.
Have you seen that thing where it's like, it's like they have a list of Marvin Gaye songs, and they're like, I'm convinced Marvin Gaye was just completely lost all the time. They're like, yeah, what's happening? What's happening?
Oh,
what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he has like a bunch of songs like that. They were like, this man was just lost all the time. He didn't know what was going on at all.
Imagine getting killed by your dad.
I didn't know. I wasn't gonna go there.
That's crazy.
That's. I don't know what to say. R.I.P.
That's a crazy thing. Wow.
That is crazy. Like,
imagine like you think your dad loves you, and he's just like, "Dad, I love you."
I think it was a mental health issue. He was having like a meltdown, and that's why his dad
did?
No, he was having a mental breakdown, like in his house, and like attacking his parents, and that's why his dad killed him. Yeah, his dad killed him because of that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was like mentally ill.
He was having some kind of mental issue at that moment. I don't know if he had like a history of it or what was going on.
So but you think it might have been like self-defense kind of thing?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, self-defense? Oh, yeah. I thought like his dad snapped. He's just like, no, I don't love you anymore.
No, because when I heard about it when I was growing up, I assumed he was being a hater. I was like, man, come on, bro. I was
Why
like,
are you hating on your son?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Get that back and
I'm like, you wanted some bands, and he told you no. Like, and my dad was like, that's not what happened. My dad was like, I'm not gonna let you disparage this man. Wow. I was like, okay, I'm just a child. That, man. Like, I'm just a child. But no, like, yeah, R.I.P. That would be horrible. Get therapy if you need it.
Get therapy.
Just saying. Like, in all, like, it's good. Talk to someone. Talk to us. We'll listen. But yeah. I got one more. Superstition.
Wow.
Superstition.
Wow.
Stevie.
Yeah.
Genius.
That man saw it coming.
He was like, let me see what's gonna smack right here.
He's like, you thought.
He's like, you thought. I saw it from a mile away.
You know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you, real quick. I believe Stevie Wonder can see. I think it's all a big scam. But if he can see, or if he can't see, if Stevie Wonder truly is blind, they put that man in a freaking box for an album cover. For Signs to Deliver. They put that man in a box. He's like, does it look good? They're like, oh yeah, Stevie looks great. They also put him out there in the middle of a desert. Like, or they have a picture of him like with his like long dreads, with like sweating, with his shirt off. And I'm like, who is approving this artwork?
Yeah.
Who is it's not him if you can't see it. He's like, does it look good?
Does it look good?
They can sit there and say like, hey, we're gonna take some photos of you for your next album cover, and they're like, he's like, why do I need my shirt off? Right?
They're just like, trust me, Stevie. He's like, is this oil you're putting on me?
Yeah, is it? I don't know. This is water. This is oil.
You putting oil on me?
But like the songs in the Key of Life, it's just him at the end of the circle with all the orange stuff around him. So I mean, it can make sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, there are some questionable album covers that they did that man. I'm like, if he truly is blind, they did him dirty. They took advantage of him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I was Stevie Wonder, I would just let everybody know that like I'm blind, but I wouldn't have any artwork of me on there. I wouldn't have any artwork of me. It would just be like all like abstract art of the albums or like a painting. Yeah, but the problem is though, it's like, how can I prove that? I'm blind.
There is no proving it. If you're blind, but I guess to a certain
degree,
degree,
black.
This is what I saw when I made it. This is valid. They're like, how can we tell the difference? I don't know. Write it on there. Write the name on there. We can write the name. It's just in the bottom corner. It's got each name.
Album 1.
Album 1.
Album 2.
There's no name for it.
Yeah.
Album 1. Album 2. Like, we got through it. How many did you end up doing? I don't know. You have to check. I can't remember.
That's right.
I can't go back and look.
Oh my
Can't look at my logs.
That's crazy. What's your last song?
I think that was my last one.
Yeah, but what's your last?
Oh, Happy, Pharrell.
Yeah, we've already talked about these two songs, so we're gonna try and make it short and sweet. But
Yeah.
Happy by Pharrell.
Happy, it's just the emotion. I think it's the first song I've ever heard where it's the title is an emotion and it's actually thoroughly conveyed. Shout out to Sad by XXX Tentacion. Love that song. It's a banger, but it doesn't really go, like, it sounds sad, but it doesn't really expand enough for me. But Happy, it exudes sunlight and happiness and love. And
I said the song is the color yellow.
It's the color yellow.
I agree.
If any of you have synesthesia and you know, like, and you can see colors when you're listening to music or see textures, you know that song is what he says, and like then explains it in the song. I think that's why it's gigantic. I've never seen another song that has a 24-hour loop. It's got a 24-hour version.
A crime.
It's a 20.
You ever heard of Nyan Cat?
What?
You remember Nyan Cat?
No.
Meow, 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 meow,
Oh, like the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
24-hour view.
I've never. But if you listen to the 24-hour version of Happy, it's a perfect. Like, you can't tell. There's no seams. It's completely seamless, and people listen to it. I was surprised by looking at it and seeing how many people like actually they just put it on and then like listen to it throughout the entire day while they do whatever.
You know what though? I'll give it to them that like you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the mall, you can go to like an amusement park, you can go anywhere and it plays that song. But the only place you can't play that song, funeral.
It is.
'Cause I'm happy.
What if they played it at his funeral? I don't think people would be mad.
Like, if they did that, I'm like, you need to let that man rest.
Well, I mean, it's
literally
literally
hates that song. He's like, oh, I kind of hate that song.
They're gonna play it anyway because it's about funerals are for everyone else.
I'm saying we'll have it like now since he released the song. He just hates it. He's like, oh,
I don't even want to listen to it.
He's like, I've oversaturated the world so much with my music and with a song. I don't.
You know, if you look at just the idea, like, I didn't know how many songs Pharrell has produced. He's produced for so many artists. Like,
I'm just letting you guys know that Elliot's blazing over Mr. Williams.
I'm not doing that.
Your smile.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. He is like he's one of my favorite producers.
And he's from Virginia.
He is. Shout out Virginia. Let's go. VA, stand up. We're up right now. We're up. We got Tommy Richmond. We got Shabuzi, Pharrell, Timbaland. We're going crazy.
You know who Ohio has?
LeBron James.
The Wright brothers. The fathers of aviation.
Guess what they didn't
do? Thomas Edison.
Guess what they didn't do? They didn't invent the airplane in Ohio. They left.
They made it in Ohio. They took it to North Carolina to fly it.
The Wright brother. Well, nobody knows that, and they don't care because they did it in North Carolina.
Edison, right? So you're welcome for your light bulbs.
The Wright brothers are LeBron James. They had to leave to go get their chip.
Well, Steph Curry is actually born in Akron, Ohio, so he technically is an Ohioan. So we got Steph Curry, we got LeBron James.
Steph Curry represents Golden State. He represents
I understand,
Oakland.
But again, he was born in Columbus. He was born in Akron,
yeah,
Ohio.
But they claimed him. It's
Jerry
over with.
Springer.
Shout out Jerry.
He was mayor of Cincinnati.
He was the mayor?
He was the mayor of Cincinnati, yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? But we also have, I think we're like second tied with most presidents of the United States ever from that state. So that's just a little flex. But okay. I think number one is Virginia, though.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a, but yeah, Pharrell.
Ohio State Buckeyes. OH. That's right. I heard you, Mom. I made that joke last time, but my mom doesn't say anything about it. I don't think she listens to this episode. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead with your last one.
My last song that I chose that's a huge influence for the world is going to be Smells Like Teen Spirit from Nirvana. So, again, they basically set the whole entire foundation for what grunge music was going to become. They also set the foundation for the Pacific Northwest movement out there for music coming to the world to play. Yep. And they just did such a great job. And again, honestly, like, that was just a huge song full of angst. That was a huge song full of, like, teen drama and stuff like that. And people were just, like, absolutely dumbfounded when they just, like, that song literally just smacked you in the face.
True.
And they just sat there and just said, like, oh, like, whatever they're saying, I have no idea, but I feel whatever they're saying. And I remember when I first heard that song, when I first started learning how to play guitar, and I was just like, it's so simple, but yet there's so much like emotion behind the instrumentation, and it's only 3 guys. It's it's impressive, but obviously Dave Grohl coming from that and doing the Foo Fighters, and also all that stuff is just absolutely crazy. But Dave Grohl sat there and said, like, I'm not really a guitar player, even though he plays guitar in Foo Fighters. He looks at the guitar as like a drum kit, but he also said he learned all his drum kits. He learned all his drum fills from listening to old Motown records.
Bangers.
So that's how he learned how to play drums, by doing fills, is by doing old Motown fills. And but again, just like Smells Like Teen Spirit is just an absolute teen anthem. It's an absolute young group anthem. It's just it's just a revolutionary movement for just what rock and roll needed. And obviously that music became one of the most popular genres of all time for a while. And obviously it sparked, like future movements of, like heavier rock coming out of that or whatever. But yeah, I would say Smells Like Teen Spirit. Everybody knows that song from the first, 3 seconds, just like that boom, ba-dum, everybody knows exactly what it is. But also like the dynamics they showed in that song was like chill, heavy, chill, heavy, chill.
Yeah.
And that wasn't necessarily a huge thing inside the world of like music back in that time. It was always, you would start out soft and high, but they were going back and forth, and they just had a movement for it. But yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit, go.
Fire.
But we want to know what some of y'all's opinions are on our takes. You might sit there and say like, Teen Spirit smells like dog water, whatever, it's just whatever. But I want to hear y'all's opinions. Yeah. Say what you think about, or some songs we missed.
Yeah.
Right?
There's gonna be there's like a ton. There's so
millions. There's millions of them. But these are just songs that came to our heads that we thought would be a good impression to bring up and just talk about. But again, we want to hear your comments. So, we have us on social media. Right now, we're going to try and take a little bit of a break from our shorts on YouTube and also our Twitter, but we're still going to be active on our Instagram and TikTok account. The video that you might be watching on YouTube is obviously still going up, but we're going to be trying to shorten it so we have more time to focus on more things. But is there anything else you want to add, Mr. Jennings?
No. Love you guys. Yeah, definitely show us some of those songs we want to hear. We are going to have to start getting some merch. We need some hats. We're gonna make some hats. Let us know if you'd be interested in like hats or t-shirts or anything. What kind of thing? What kind of merch? What kind of stuff have we talked about that you could see on any kind of wearable material? That's what we want to know. Let us know in the comments. And yeah, other than that.
But we love you guys. We will talk to you guys next time, and we'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Peace.
Peace.